Rosalind's has luscious cherry cordials, peanut butter meltaways, chocolate-covered pretzels, and so much more. Come visit the area's chocolate experts in New Brighton. Rosalind's will ship their fresh homemade chocolates to your friends and family directly from their store. Order online at rosalindcandy.com. And remember, Christmas just wouldn't be Christmas without Rosalind Candy.
Rosalind Candy Castle can ship your chocolates anywhere. Visit them online at rosalindcandy.com. Celebrate the holidays with chocolates from Rosalind Candy Castle, located on 5th Avenue in New Brighton.
Now, it's time to talk on Teleforum on Beaver County Radio. 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA, 99.3 FM, and beavercountyradio.com. And now, here is the host of the show, Eddie Crow.
Today is wonderful for a number of reasons. One, we all woke up. Our feet hit the floor. That makes it wonderful. Two, I'm not going to talk about anything political because I got way better things to talk about, and I've got a lot of help this first hour. It is the Huntington Business Spotlight. I'm Eddie Crow. The program's Teleforum. It's 12 minutes after 9. It's not as cold as it was yesterday. If Batman were walking by, he'd be sleeveless today. First hour is the Huntington Business Spotlight. Lisa Latham is here. Tank Latham, husband, is here. Jerry Testa is here. This is being live streamed on our Facebook page if you want to watch that or come later and watch it, and that's fine. And we're going to talk about... Oh, I almost forgot Tom. Better check. Tom may have just hung up. Tom Albanese, New Brighton Borough Manager. Did I just offend you and you just hang up, or are you with us also?
Not at all. Good morning, Eddie.
Good morning. Who do I start with? I'm going to start with Lisa. Fire and Ice Festival. Why are you involved in it?
So Fire and Ice Festival, Everest Events Group approached New Brighton last year about this event. And I just thought it was such a special and unique event to come to Beaver County. Nothing like it in the county has ever been done. And we were so fortunate to become the presenting sponsor last year. And Everest Events Group asked us again this year if we would be the presenting sponsor again. And it was such a great community event last year. It was so wonderful to be outside. And in a time when we're all in our house.
Trying not to freeze our took us off.
Yes, and so it was so great to just see everyone in the community come together and stand around and talking to one another. It was just like a scene out of a Hallmark movie, really.
So it was everything you had hoped to get out of it last year and more?
Yes,
Was
and
it?
I think this year will be better than last year, and I hope that a lot of people come back and see the improvements.
All right, Tank, for the people that didn't go last year, I want you to describe the Fire and Ice Festival. When I hear it, I think of a Disney movie.
Okay.
All right, so walk me through. What was last year and what's different about this year?
So basically, last year, it was the beginning year of it, and basically there was about 10,000 people that showed up, and there's a bunch of different vendors. There's horse and carriage rides that we're going through. It really is just like a Hallmark movie, like Lisa was saying. You get to see a lot of the community coming out. And it's not just the local community. It's all the surrounding communities as well that came here. It was getting a lot of other people into Beaver County and showing them the gem that we really do have here. Some of the new things we have is we got Lathamville this year. It's going to be something that's going to be more.
When you're a sponsor, you can do that.
Well, and
you should.
That was
do
not
that.
our idea. That was Everest Events Group, actually.
Okay.
Is their idea.
It's a good idea.
So it's one of the feedbacks was something more for the younger kids. And this year, I think they really hit the nail right on the head with it. And basically, it's going to be in the Huntington Bank parking lot, and it's going to have a lot of different things like petting zoos, pony rides, inflatables for photos, a bunch of other stuff like that as well.
And the carousel. This year we have a carousel, just like you would see at a carnival, for the kids to ride in Lathamville.
It is beautiful too. You can see it on the event Facebook page as well.
Tom, what does this do to change the image or enhance the image of a community when you have events like this? You're the borough manager in New Brighton. You know how important this can be. How important is it?
All of our events are very impactful to the economics of our downtown. This one's no different. This is the biggest event we host annually. Probably larger than our Halloween parade, which brings thousands of people. Like Tank mentioned, we estimate last year that over 10,000 people visited the downtown in one day, and that's not just New Brighton area. That's not just Beaver County. We're seeing people come in from surrounding counties, and I think Jerry can give more information on this. We have people coming this year from New Jersey that found the event on the internet, have signed up to be a vendor, and are bringing their family here to New Brighton and to Beaver County to spend the weekend here and visit our downtowns and our stores and our restaurants. So it's a big impact to New Brighton, to our downtown, and we're just happy it's back this year.
Tom Albanese is my guest on the phone. Lisa and Tank Latham and Jerry Tester are my guests in the studio. It is the Huntington Business Spotlight. Jerry, can you talk a little bit more about that? Like, what's the word? Specific benefits and numbers of people. If people are coming from New Jersey, it's got to be a cool thing.
It is. And, when we first put this together last year, nobody knew what to expect, right? We reached out to Tank and Lisa to be a sponsor and part of it because they're known for the community involvement. All the things they do for the community, we thought they would be the perfect partner. Tom in New Brighton was the perfect location for it. New Brighton's set up perfectly. The streets are extremely wide, so we can fit the vendors, the events, all of that on there. And when we all got together and talked ahead of time, we said, this thing would be a success if we had 1,500, 2,000 people show up. Mm-hmm. We had no idea it was going to explode the way that it did. And again, over 10,000 people showed up from all over. The Pittsburgh area, the tri-state area. We have people coming from West Virginia, from Ohio. People from New Jersey now have heard about it, as you mentioned, and signed up to be vendors. They want to be a part of this. We've had, every day we receive information requests from vendors all over. We have a ice bar that's coming that will feature. That's coming out of Scranton.
What is an ice bar? Is it one of those things where it's like a toboggan run and you pour the shot down and swirls through?
Good idea. We'll have you be the first one to go down the slope there, Eddie.
All right.
But no, the ice bar, it's pretty cool. We did it last year too. We have all these events for the kids, right? A significant number of events for the kids. But what do we have for the adults besides the vendors, the crafts, the Christmas gifts, all that? So we have it. So if you feel the need to indulge in an adult beverage, it's a bar.
Jerry, say it. The kids are driving you bat crap crazy.
Exactly.
You got stuff for the kids. Go knock one down to warm up before you.
That's what you have to do before
Sometimes.
you can continue on. Exactly.
A little Christmas spirit.
Exactly.
A little
Christmas spirits.
Little Ralphie almost getting the sip of wine.
It is. You're right, and it's a bar that's actually carved out ice.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. We have our sponsor for that, MLH Distilleries, who will be down making their concoctions available for sale. And last year, the line at the ice bar never stopped. It was in Townsend Park, and it never stopped. So very popular place. Make sure you come down and have an adult beverage or two.
It is the Huntington Business Spotlight, talking about the Fire and Ice Festival. And I'm going to back up. And Lisa, where and when is it? It's next Saturday, yes?
Yes, it's December 9th.
Okay.
From 2 to 8 p.m. in downtown New Brighton, all along 3rd Avenue, from the Borough Building, I believe, all the way down to the hot dog shop.
Yes.
Am I correct in saying that? Yes. And then the parking will be on the side streets. So 3rd Avenue will be shut down, and they'll route you around, I believe, 5th Avenue, and Tom probably could talk better about that. But the parking will be on the side streets.
Tom, talk a little more about that, the logistics of this event, especially since clearly it's growing.
It is, and Lisa was correct. So 3rd Avenue will be closed for the day. Traffic will be detoured onto 2nd or 5th Avenue, but that's pretty common for us. We host a lot of events in the downtown, and I guess we've become pros at routing traffic around for our parades and our festivals. Logistically, this is a great event for us because it is a one-day event. We can close the roads, bring everything in, get everything torn down, and get everything opened up, business as usual then the following day. We will have the stage will remain on A Street for a little bit longer throughout the weekend until it's picked up on Monday. So motorists will see that a portion of A Street will remain closed for an additional day. But other than that, once the event is done, our street sweepers will run through the town and clean everything up. And Sunday, you won't know it happened.
Borough Manager Tom Albanese is with me. We're talking about Fire and Ice Festival. Tom's on the phone. Lisa and Tank Latham and Jerry Testa are here with me in the studio. It's the Huntington Business Spotlight. Tom, you would know this because this is big picture stuff, borough by borough. How much can we read positive when new events start showing up? You've got this in its second year with Fire and Ice. Jambridge that's a brand new event. What does that say about the economics of Beaver County, the river towns anyway?
I think it's an indicator that we're vibrant and we're moving in the right direction. What we see from our events in the past, and it's one of our indicators of how the events do, we see our vendors that are coming to our events leasing spaces in our storefronts. So when we have a vacancy, we've seen now 2 or 3 vendors that have attended our fall festival actually lease a space, and now we have them as a permanent brick and mortar business. So the events that we host don't just bring people in for a day. Sometimes they're here for years at a time. So the benefits are very wide in this case.
Lisa, this is the second year.
Correct.
You said you guys are sponsoring it. Who are you guys? Talk about your sponsorship and talk about the different sponsors, because these things have no chance if you don't get people on board.
Yeah, so Tank and I are local realtors. We're the Lisa Latham team, brokered by eXp Realty. We actually just opened our brick and mortar eXp office in New Brighton. We just had our grand opening, I believe it was earlier this month.
November 8th.
Yes. Gosh, time flies. And we've been trying to open a building in New Brighton for 2 years. So it was really a dream come true for us. And we're so proud to be a part of a downtown community. We really are community. We know our neighbors. You go to work every morning and wave hi, and everybody goes to lunch and you kind of wave out your windows. You see all of the community together. We're proud to be a part of a beautiful community, and we're fortunate to have Tom Albanese at the helm and a great borough council to keep New Brighton alive and make improvements. We're very fortunate, and Jerry could definitely talk about the other sponsors of the event.
Please, Jerry, I want to make sure everybody gets credit for making events like this happen.
Oh, yeah, there are a number of different sponsors. Huntington Bank is one of the sponsors. Numerous different businesses in New Brighton. Tom actually has the list of all the various sponsors that he can read, because I don't want to miss anybody. And
sure.
But we like at Everest Events Group, we love to do these things that highlight small local businesses, right? The family-owned business, the local communities, introduce them to audiences and people that maybe they haven't had an opportunity to meet before, allow them to put their products and wares forth. And as Tom said, people are now seeing New Brighton that have never been here before and saying, hey, this is a pretty good area to come to. We see this. We want to establish a business here. So that's one of the things we like to do at Everest, is really highlight the local communities, really spotlight them. Beaver County, I grew up in Beaver County. So Beaver County may not have had the greatest image before, once the mills went down, right? Mm-hmm. Now we're seeing a revitalization, a rebirth, so to speak. We think New Brighton's a hidden gem. We refer to this festival as bringing Rockefeller Center to New Brighton, right?
Oh, cool. Yeah.
With everything that goes on, and I'm sure we'll get into that a little bit further on, everything is on. But we really like to do it. We like to work with the local folks like Lisa and Tank, like Tom Albanese, all of our other sponsors as well, too, Mike O'Neill over at Huntington Bank. So we have good relationships with the sponsors, and it benefits everybody. Benefits the community, benefits the sponsors. So and benefits the attendees. Everybody has a great time, and the city and New Brighton and the county really show well.
I'm going to continue talking about this because this is the stuff that makes me love the fact that I live in Beaver County. Lisa Latham and Tank Latham and Jerry Tester are with me in the studio. Borough Manager Tom Albanese is on the phone with me. It's the Huntington Business Spotlight. We are talking about the Fire and Ice Festival, and we will continue that after news on Teleforum.
It started with a road trip into the American Midwest. Huntington bankers with one mission, to understand how people made sense of money. And that's how we met Brenda.
How do I control money? Envelopes. The first of the month, I divide up my cash. One envelope for groceries, one for gas, one for fun. It helps plan out my spending.
And that's how we came up with digital envelopes for your checking account. Our customers give us the best ideas. Huntington, welcome. Member FDIC. Learn more at huntington.com.
I'm Patty.
And I'm Bob. We're retired, and we live at St. Barnabas in the Village.
We used to have a house.
Lived in it for 40 years.
Raised our kids.
But it became too much. The upkeep, the stairs.
Moving seemed like such a hassle. We didn't even know where to start, so we didn't.
Until we met Cindy at St. Barnabas.
She talked us through our options.
Yeah, and she helped us with our move and all the arrangements.
There was so much stuff. Who knew we had 3 fondue pots?
But she made it easy.
So easy.
Now we enjoy ourselves.
Golf, the pool, new friends, shuttles to where we want to go.
The pub and the food.
So good.
There wasn't a long-term commitment or any large fees.
And they have a healthcare system on campus with doctors if we need it. The kids really like that.
The kids like to come and eat with us.
There's an easier, worry-free way to retire at the Village at St. Barnabas. Come visit us for a free and informative counseling session and personal tour.
I can't believe you waited so long.
I can't believe you waited so long.
Visit stbarnabashealthsystem.com or call 724-443-0700.
Make the holiday special with a delicious box of chocolates from Roseland Candy Castle in New Brighton. For over 100 years, Roseland Candy has continued to demonstrate unmatched passion for chocolates. Roseland chocolates are made from scratch with only the finest and freshest ingredients. Roseland's has luscious cherry cordials, peanut butter meltaways, chocolate-covered pretzels, and so much more. Come visit the area's chocolate experts in New Brighton. Roseland's will ship their fresh homemade chocolates to your friends and family directly from their store. Order online at roselandcandy.com. And remember, Christmas just wouldn't be Christmas without Roseland Candy.
Roseland Candy Castle can ship your chocolates anywhere. Visit them online at roselandcandy.com. Celebrate the holidays with chocolates from Roseland Candy Castle, located on 5th Avenue in New Brighton.
Get ready to enjoy a good old-fashioned Christmas celebration this Saturday afternoon at the Rochester High School with Beaver County Radio. The annual Community Christmas Carol Sing and Light Up Night is organized by the Beaver Valley Choral Society and sponsored by the Brighton Hot Dog Shop, Roe Monument, and Rochester High School. Beaver County Radio will be on site from 2:30 until 5:30 with broadcast coverage provided by Buzzy's Pizza, Keystone Wellness Program, and Beaver
Radio's news source. 95.7 and 99.3 FM, along with 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMVA, and streaming at beavercountyradio.com. Here's Curtis Walsh.
Good morning. We can expect mostly sunny skies today with a high of around 50 degrees. We'll have a complete Beaver County radio weather forecast after this look at news. Beaver County Common Pleas Court Judge Mitchell P. Sheehan sentenced Damian Bradford to a continued sentence of 36.5 to 73 years in a state prison, according to Beaver County Radio News correspondent Sandy Giordano. That's for the July 2022 shooting of State Trooper Johnny Schooley at the Franklin Avenue Mini Mart in Aliquippa. A Beaver County jury found Bradford guilty of attempted murder and aggravated assault for shooting Trooper Schooley and for his attempt to disarm Trooper Palmer, reckless endangerment of 3 citizens, plus firearms charges against a convicted felon. The county commissioners learned about the latest on the 2024 budget at Wednesday's work session. Matt Durzik has further details.
At Wednesday's work session, the proposed budget for 2024 was presented to the Beaver County Commissioners, with only a few weeks until the final budget is expected to be approved. County Solicitor Garen Fidelis noted that the new millage rate listed in the proposed budget will not result in a tax increase.
To really be clear with everyone, that 3.67 is not a tax increase. That is just resetting the millage to bring in the revenue that we currently do right now at the current millage. So if we would approve this budget at 3.67 mils, that would not be a tax increase.
The commissioners will vote on the proposed budget at Thursday's public meeting. From the county courthouse, I'm Matt Durzik for Beaver County Radio News.
Shell Polymers Monaca made an announcement that over the next few days they will be reintroducing ethane to the site. As a result, a brighter light may be emitted from their enclosed ground flares for a few days. They want to note that this brightness could be further intensified by low cloud cover or other weather conditions, and add that they sincerely apologize for any inconvenience that it may cause. An East Palestine resident is facing charges accused of defrauding Norfolk Southern, according to WKBN Youngstown. It's the latest in a series of cases that police say they've been investigating after Norfolk Southern noticed suspicious expenses. Thomas Burkett, age 62, is charged with theft by deception and falsification. Police say Burkett claimed reimbursement for relocation expenses from Norfolk Southern following the train derailment. The company had reimbursed several residents who had to evacuate their homes during the derailment and cleanup efforts following. Police say Burkett actually never left. Instead, he stayed at a relative's house and the relative wrote out lodging receipts. Police add that Burkett was also involved in a scheme to gather other receipts, faking rental agreements to cover over $11,500 from Norfolk Southern. Police are still investigating and say additional charges may be pending against others who were also involved. A resident of Pittsburgh has been sentenced in federal court to a total of 25 years of imprisonment, followed by 5 years of supervised release for robbery, attempted robbery, and firearms violations, United States Attorney Eric G. Olshan announced. United States District Judge Christy Criswell Wigand imposed the sentence on Eric Jones, age 34. According to information presented to the court, Jones committed 4 armed robberies of several Pittsburgh area businesses in a 9-day period in March 2022. Jones robbed a Fox's Pizza, Sunoco gas station and convenience store, a Family Dollar, and the Edgewood Express using firearms. Jones is a convicted felon and was not permitted to possess a firearm or ammunition. Prior to imposing sentence, Judge Wigand emphasized the seriousness of the defendant's conduct and the impact it had on the victims and their families. Secretary of the Commonwealth Al Schmidt announced redesigned mail ballot materials that will be rolled out in the 2024 primary election. The redesigned envelopes and instruction sheets have revised language to better inform voters how to properly fill out and return their mail-in ballots, with the goal of decreasing voter confusion that can lead to completed ballots being rejected and assisting county election workers in efficiently processing mail-in ballots. In the 2023 primary, counties rejected about 17,000 mail ballots, which is about 2.8% of the 597,000 mail-in and absentee ballots cast.
Here's the Beaver County forecast on 95.7 and 99.3 FM, along with 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA, and streaming at beavercountyradio.com.
We can expect mostly sunny skies today with a high near 50 degrees. It'll be mostly cloudy tonight, going down to a low of 37. Rain likely tomorrow with a high near 48. A slight chance of rain on Saturday with mostly cloudy skies and a high near 58. Rain likely Sunday with cloudy skies and a high near 55. And a chance of rain Monday with clouds and a high near 45 degrees. That's a look at the news for now. I'm Curtis Walsh for 99.3 FM and AM 1230 WBVP, also streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
Talk about what's happening in Beaver County or around the world on Teleforum. 724-843-1888. 724-774-1888. It's Teleforum with Eddie Crow.
It is exactly that. It's 35 minutes after 9 o'clock. It is the Huntington Business Spotlight, and I'm having way too much fun to be at work. Lisa is here, Tank is here, Jerry is here. That's Lisa Latham, Tank Latham, husband, and Jerry Testa. Also here, Tom Albanese is on the phone. And Tom, I want to start the second half of the hour with you. Would you please talk a little bit about all of the sponsors that make Fire and Ice happen? I don't want to forget them. They're vital, obviously.
Very vital, and New Brighton's very fortunate to have so many great businesses and organizations in the community that really enable us to host this event now for the second year. This year we have 35 sponsors, including Lisa and Tank Latham as the presenting sponsor, New Brighton Borough Council, Huntington Bank, Push Beaver County, New Brighton Methodist Church, Brentwood Bank, Fisher's Foodland, the Milton Hershey School, Dr. Peter Montini and St. Barnabas, the East Rochester Shop and Save and True Value Hardware, Beaver County Tourism and the Beaver County Commissioners, Albany's Physical Therapy, Bowers, Fawcett, and Hearst Attorneys, Carver Construction, the Construction and General Laborers Union, Local 833, I Care on 3rd, Fortune Financial and Forte Financial, Frank Hacko Insurance, Gay Bauer Funeral Homes, Hallowed Grounds Coffee, Intentionally Blankenship, the New Brighton Borough Business District Authority, Omni Marketing and Design, Patriot Home Care, Quality Time and Carryout, Rosalind Candy Castle, R.S. Belco Federal Credit Union, Tame Incorporated, Three Chord Tax, Wagner's Home Center, Jimmy K's Bar and Restaurant, We're at Your Service, and PJ's Deli Catering.
Tom, it sounds like you just went down the main drag and everybody jumped on.
A lot of our local businesses have bought in to the event and have become sponsors. And again, we're very proud and fortunate to have them in New Brighton.
It is AM 1230 WBVP, 99.3 FM Huntington Business Spotlight. Jerry, you deal with a lot of festivals. I'm going to ask you a general question. What makes a successful festival? Obviously, Fire and Ice is doing it a second year. That's not always the norm.
No, you're correct, Eddie. A lot of festivals try it once, and then it goes away because either the crowds weren't what they anticipated, the sponsorship levels weren't there, or just the general amount of time that it takes to do this. A festival of this nature is months of planning, months of work, and we couldn't put it together without the help of our sponsors, without Tank and Lisa, without Tom and the New Brighton Council and the business district pulling together. So there are a number of factors that go into a successful festival. One of them being is what type of entertainment do you have, and we can list that in a moment or two here.
The horses are already sold out?
The horse carriage rides, one of our most popular events, sold out within minutes.
I'm fine with that. Horses terrify me.
Probably not a good thing for you.
Yeah, that didn't. I feigned sadness, but no, that's just one of the things, though.
Yeah, we would love to have more horses, but there's only so many you can have, only so many rides that they can give. So that's popular. But all the other events that we have are free. For instance, we have an iceless skating rink brought down and laid down on 3rd Avenue.
All right, walk me through that because I'm picturing Tom Cruise sliding across the foyer.
Well, we ask that you keep your clothes on. Nobody come
no underwear.
Any underwear.
Okay.
That'll be good. So, and a lot of times Tank gets mistaken for Tom Cruise. So if you see,
I got all the right moves.
That's right. You see Tank sliding across the ice, Cruise is in the area.
All right.
So
how do I skate? Is that it? Do I put it?
You don't even have to bring your own skates, Eddie. We'll have skates available
that
you can use. So come on down, do some skates. I can see you doing a flip on the or one of those axle turns.
You guys are going to have some snow there too, correct?
Yeah, there's a snow making machine. There will be music. Yeah, it will be fantastic.
It's a new and improved rink from last year.
Yeah, last year that was one of the concerns.
Right.
And they got a better company this year.
Right, we did. We switched companies. You learn from each festival.
How many iceless rink companies are there in existence?
There aren't that many.
Okay.
Last year, the one we brought it up from North Carolina, this one is actually closer. It's coming out of Wheeling, West Virginia. So much closer. Like I said, we go all over in order to bring things in. But yeah, the iceless skating rink is definitely something that you want to see and skate. And again, last year there was a charge. This year, no charge. Come on down, take advantage of that. We have the carousel rides. It's a carnival-type carousel. You see it on the Facebook page. That's totally free. The petting zoo, the pony rides, all of that. And then we have entertainment throughout the day as well in Thompson Park, as well as the main stage. We have Ashley Marina, who's a local girl that was on America's Got Talent. She'll be performing again. Jane West will be on the main stage. We have the Ambridge High School Steel Drum Band. If you've never seen them, really come down just to see them. What a treat. They're fantastic. We have the Lincoln Park performers coming down as well. And then we have a young lady who's a Lincoln Park student. It's going to make her singing debut. And we think you'll be hearing a lot about her in the future. Her name is Charlie Book, and she'll be performing during the festival as well. So we're really excited to see her make her debut, and there'll be something, hopefully, remembrance for her. And then the finale, which is always the most popular show, we have a fire breathing and fire dancing show on the main stage.
All right, that sounds pretty amazing.
It is.
Can you give me a hint as to fire breathing and dancing?
Fire breathing and dancing, there will be a gentleman there who breathes fire. He puts on a show doing that, and then the dancers perform with fire. And there's also added this year an aerial component to it as well. So
okay, fire in the air.
Fire in the air. Yeah, there'll be a dancer up in the air with fire.
How long is the list of the moving parts? Because you just described so many things. It's a week from Saturday.
Right.
New Brighton, it's the second annual Fire and Ice Festival.
Second annual Fire and Ice Festival.
How many vendors? How many acts? How many shows? This just seems like a million-piece jigsaw puzzle.
It really is, and it all fits together nicely. So we have, as of today, and we may add a few more, we have 130 vendors, combination of food vendors, craft vendors, gift vendors, so a lot with Christmas themed, obviously. So if you haven't done your shopping yet, it's a great opportunity to come down, bring the kids, have some fun, and buy some gifts.
AM 1230 WBVP, 99.3 FM. It's Teleforum. I'm talking in person with Lisa and Tank Latham, and I'm talking with Jerry Testa, also on the phone, Tom Albanese. Tom, how many festivals does New Brighton currently have? How many festivals did you do last year? Events, I guess. I'm sorry.
So events, we started our night marts last year. So the second Tuesday of every month, we hosted something throughout the summer. That's going to be expanded in 2024. It's going to start in May and go through October. Each night mart will be themed differently. We have our annual Memorial Day Parade, our Fall Festival, our Halloween Parade, our car cruise. We do a downtown trick-or-treating event. Just coming up this week to kick off the holidays, Friday will be the library's Wassail Walk. Mm-hmm. The library also hosts a wine walk in the summer. Next year, that'll be the end of June, just before Beaver County Boom. So we're hoping to tie that in to the 4th of July weekend. So following the Wassail Walk on Friday, Saturday we have our Christmas in the Park event in Townsend Park. That starts at 5 o'clock and continues with the lighting of the trees at 6, and then Santa Claus visits the park afterwards. Next Friday will be the Fire and Ice Festival, which we've been talking about. And what we're seeing now,
Saturday.
we just have more
Saturday,
and more.
Tom.
I'm sorry?
Saturday.
Yes, next Saturday, Fire and Ice Festival, sorry. And we're just seeing more and more of our local businesses really holding their own events. So it's not the local government putting them together or sponsoring them. It's the Business District Authority. It's our downtown merchants that are really coming together to host these events and to bring more and more people into the downtown.
What is your role as borough manager when it comes to these events? Because if you've got to deal with all of what you just described, that's 3 or 4 full-time jobs, it sounds like, and I know a borough manager does other stuff. How much time do you spend with this?
I in almost all of my roles, I see myself as a facilitator. So we're just working with the event organizers and Jerry and the Everest Events Group or whoever it might be, just to make sure that we can provide the logistics that they need, the public safety or the public works departments, and just make it a good event for everybody that attends.
Does it get a little bit easier logistically when it comes around a second time? Do you get better with practice, or is there too many moving parts every year?
I think it definitely gets easier as the events go on. I mean, the Fall Festival now, I think we're in our 6th year, and it kind of runs itself, but you need to always introduce new events, new attractions to keep it fresh so that people keep coming back.
Talking with Tank and Lisa Latham and Jerry Testa. Tank, did you want to be a part of this? Did Lisa talk you into it? Did you say, come on, let's let our business do this? Or was it vice versa?
Oh, no, I jumped in with both feet. I am a local resident of New Brighton. I graduated from New Brighton. I love New Brighton. I moved away for a while, but we came back like most people do, is a boomerang county, as they say. And I love New Brighton.
Where'd you move to?
Well, I used to be a technology education teacher, so I went out in the Pocono Mountains. That's where I met Lisa.
Cool.
And then we landed in Richmond, Virginia for a short while, and we came back. So we were gone for about 12 to 15 years there, and just came back and fell in love with it all over again, with all the great events and all the great businesses and things of that nature. And before we move on from all these things, while we are thanking everybody, I want to make sure that the borough workers, they work so hard with this event, and it really couldn't happen without all those great people working in the office and on the streets to help out with that as well.
So it was a mutual thing. Lisa had it. That's really cool that you met and he brought you back here. Were you originally from here?
No, I grew up in the Pocono Mountains.
Okay, so he took you out of the mountains.
Yes. Brought me to Western
She's my
Pennsylvania.
trophy wife.
She's your right on. She is. But what was your perception when it was come back to be? I'm really curious. An outsider that is now an insider. The perception of Beaver County.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I was kicking and screaming coming.
Okay.
We lived in Virginia for a short stint,
Tank's just nodding his head up and down.
I loved Virginia. I loved the weather. I liked the warm. And then when we came back to Western Pennsylvania, I was not a happy camper, but I have to say I'm so glad that we made that move. And thankful to Tank for bringing us to a place where I'm happy and proud to raise my family.
How long did it take to talk you into it?
Not long, because he was accepting a position and I had no choice.
No, wait a minute. All right. Tank, did you accept the position and then tell her?
No, I said,
you got sheepish looking, and I just want to see how this played out.
I was called by Ambridge School to actually come up for an interview while I was teaching down in Virginia, and I told Lisa, I was like, "Hey, they called me today. Should I go for the interview?" And she said, "Go ahead." And
begrudgingly.
I didn't want to kill his dream.
Yeah. What brought you back?
Well,
you used an interesting term, boomerang county, and Beaver County is, and committed to it because of events like this.
Yes.
All right.
I mean, it's just a great place to grow up. It really is, and a great place to raise a family. Like all the small businesses that make it a great place to live, and it feels like it's a slice of America when you're here. And that's kind of what I really wanted to come back to.
That's beautiful. Is that why you do what you do, Jerry?
Well, it's funny.
Because we're talking about community.
Right. It's funny that Tank mentioned boomerang. I'm a boomerang myself.
Are you?
Grew up in Beaver County, lived in Charlotte, North Carolina for 3 years, and came back to the area, and Tank hit the nail on the head. You move elsewhere, even though the weather may be fantastic and maybe things are newer and so forth, but you don't have that sense of community that you see, or the community pride that you have here in Western Pennsylvania. It really doesn't exist. You take a look even at how proud we are of the number of athletes that we've turned out, right? The number in other fields as well that have come out of Beaver County. It's in Western PA. It's just a special part of the country that you can't experience anywhere else. And again, at Everest, we're all about the community, right? So, and we like to spotlight these local communities in Western Pennsylvania. So it's just been a really great experience for us doing this, showcasing local businesses. We love hearing from our vendors that their sales have grown even after they've participated in one of these events or festivals, because that's what it's about. You're impacting people positively. The attendees love coming because there's so many different things to do and have a fun day at little or no cost to you as well. So you can bring the kids out. It's a family-friendly event with a lot of different activities, and there's activities for kids from 2 to 102, right? So everybody has an enjoyable day. New Brighton shows well, the county shows well, Western Pennsylvania shows well. When you have people from New Jersey reaching out, wanting to be a part of it, right?
Right.
Making that trek from New Jersey. We've had cities across the country reach out to us about replicating something like this. That's how much exposure and how it's grown. We had Colorado Springs Convention Center reach out to us.
Really?
We have. So all over the country, people and they're finding these festivals because it doesn't exist where they're at. So we're fortunate to have this ability to put this on for people who live in the tri-state area. So we encourage everybody to come on out and have a terrific time. Tank is guaranteed that it's going to be beautiful weather that day.
That's right. I got my weather dance ready to go.
Do you really? Are you going to wear the hat? Because I got to tell you, I saw you coming in. That is the coolest Santa hat I have seen in a long time. Available for viewing on Facebook right now. That is the coolest one I've seen in a long time.
It's because it's connected to this beautiful face.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Let me ask you real quick, Lisa, the first time you saw Tank, the word dreamy popped into your head.
For sure, yes. Every day I wake up and think it.
Hey, it must be true. He talked you into coming to Beaver County.
He did. He did.
Jerry, do me a favor. There are people listening. It's Huntington Business Spotlight. Maybe vendors. How would they get in touch with you and your company if they want to put something on?
Sure, they can reach out to us via our Facebook page, Everest Events Groups, and contact us from there. That's normally the way we contact with our vendors, and then we can participate with them via email and calls as well. But that's the best place to get us is our events group page. Again, it's Everest Events Group on Facebook.
You two, the Lathams, how do people, we went through a ton of information. Can they go online and see the schedule of everything with Fire and Ice?
Yeah, Fire and Ice has a events page on Facebook.
Okay.
So there's all of the information is there in the discussion. Also, a couple of events that we didn't talk about that will be happening is we have a 9-hole mini golf course for people to play along 3rd Ave. Also, fire marshmallow roasting pits for people to come and roast marshmallows. And then there's holiday movies that play where you can sit and play. We also have a warming station, so if you get a little chilly.
That's going to be located at the Lighthouse for the Blind this year. Last year it was actually at our building, ironically, when we actually didn't even have heat in the building.
Nice.
But this place actually has heat. Now our building will have the photos where you can go in there and get a nice little keepsake to go home with. And also one thing Elisa didn't mention there, one thing I'm looking for is the jelly ball. There's a jelly ball shooting range. So.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to go ahead and try that out.
We can pretend we're deer.
That's right.
All right. Tom, is there anything I should have asked you? Tom Albanese has been on the phone with us here for the hour. Anything I should have asked you that I didn't ask you, sir?
No, I think you covered it all. I think just to summarize everything, next Saturday, downtown New Brighton, there's something for everybody, from kids to adults. There's going to be something going on throughout the day. So at any point, come down, stay for a short time, stay for the entire time, but you'll be entertained. There's going to be great food from both food trucks and our local restaurants. I think everybody will really enjoy themselves in downtown New Brighton for the Fire and Ice Festival.
Tom Albanese, Borough Manager, New Brighton Fire and Ice Festival. Lisa, Tank, Jerry, Tom, thank you for making that such a fun hour.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eddie. We appreciate it.
I really like the idea of skating. I'm going to come skate.
Come on down. And last thing I should mention for the kids, too, there will be an appearance by the big guy, so Santa Claus will be there as well.
Yes.
So you have to come see Santa.
And for the people that can't wait until Fire and Ice. The New Brighton Borough Business District Authority actually is hosting a window decorating contest. So stop on downtown. You'll see all the businesses have decorated the main street and throughout town actually to actually make New Brighton feel a little bit more with a holiday theme. So come on down and you can actually vote. Each storefront that's participating has a nice little flyer in there where you can actually vote for your favorite one each day.
Beaver County Radio will be there.
Awesome.
We're going to be there that afternoon. No, you guys were awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Huntington Business Spotlight, Lisa Latham, Tank Latham, main sponsors for the Fire and Ice, and Jerry Testa helped put it on. Big announcement after the news. It's a busy day.
Thanks for tuning in to Beaver County Radio, created by local people in the St. Barnabas studio. 1230 WBVP Beaver Falls and 1460 WMBA Ambridge.
It started with a road trip into the American Midwest. Huntington bankers with one mission, to understand how people made sense of money. And that's how we met Brenda.
How do I control money? Envelopes. The first of the month, I divide up my cash. One envelope for groceries, one for gas, one for fun. It helps plan out my spending.
And that's how we came up with digital envelopes for your checking account. Our customers give us the best ideas. Huntington, welcome. Member FDIC. Learn more at huntington.com.
Make the holiday special with a delicious box of chocolates from Roseland Candy Castle in New Brighton. For over 100 years, Roseland Candy has continued to demonstrate unmatched passion for chocolates. Roseland chocolates are made from scratch with only the finest and freshest ingredients. Roseland's has luscious cherry cordials, peanut butter meltaways, chocolate-covered pretzels, and so much more. Come visit the area's chocolate experts in New Brighton. Roseland's will ship their fresh homemade chocolates to your friends and family directly from their store. Order online at roselandcandy.com. And remember, Christmas just wouldn't be Christmas without Roseland Candy.
Roseland Candy Castle can ship your chocolates anywhere. Visit them online at roselandcandy.com. Celebrate the holidays with chocolates from Roseland Candy Castle, located on 5th Avenue in New Brighton.
This is Marie Timpana with TCBC, the cornerstone of Beaver County, and I want to invite you to join our Home for the Holidays campaign. Holidays should be a beautiful time for everyone, but for people and families facing homelessness or housing-related crisis, this can be one of the most difficult seasons. Your Home for the Holidays donation will help us continue providing emergency shelter, housing, and basic needs for our most vulnerable neighbors. Visit cornerstonebeaver.org to make a gift that will change lives this holiday season and beyond.
Pittsburgh Penguins hockey is back on Beaver County Radio.
Crosby out the center. Tried to get around the stick, and McAvoy does. On the backhand, centers in front. Russ flips it on net and scores! That was magical!
Tune in all season long as the revamped Pittsburgh Penguins are on a quest to win their 6th Stanley Cup